Hi besties, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to teach you guys to have a beautiful aura and how to be magnetic, okay? So listen on here. Number one, you have to understand your own energy. How do you want to upgrade your energy but you don't even understand the energy that you have right now? So listen, it's very important that you guys are the word is self-aware of yourself, okay? That is your superpower, knowing yourself. You're the only person on this earth who knows you better. No matter what other people might say, like, I know you better than you. No, they don't. You know yourself better than anyone, okay? That's your superpower, first of all. So you're special. To start it off, you are special. Who knows you better than you? No one. You're always gonna win in that race. So if you want to be magnetic, then you have to see yourself first before someone else can see you. Okay, you have to be the type of person that knows yourself so well to the point where you've studied yourself. You need to study yourself, guys. Know what brings you up and what brings you down, what you can do to uplift yourself and what someone else can do to bring you down, so you can recognize those things, stay away from some things, and bring yourself closer to others. Okay, so that was step number one. Center yourself. Okay, you can do this in many ways, including journaling and just like talking to yourself. I say you are the baddest bee alive in your own world, so don't be afraid to talk to yourself. I trust myself most of all people, and I understand myself. Like, I find myself funny, I find her to be super cool and stuff. So why wouldn't I want to talk to her? If you don't find comfort in talking to your own self, then maybe you don't like yourself enough. Okay, and I say, like, a lot of the time, you can talk to yourself in your head, like low-key have a conversation back and forth. That's good. But if you want to make it seem, if you're scared to talk to yourself, which you shouldn't be, you can do it in your head, or you can journal. I don't care. Journaling is talking to yourself. Especially, you guys have looked at your journal from like years ago and you're like, that's low-key talking to yourself. Low-key. Number two, I do this all the time. You're gonna want to romanticize yourself, okay? Romanticize the life out of yourself. Romanticize like your life as a different life, okay? So first of all, okay, boom. What's your favorite like movie or series, or just in general your favorite universe, okay, or galaxy? You can pretend that's that universe. Literally, it's your mind. You can control what the setting is. Like, for example, to you guys, you guys don't even know where I'm at. Where do you think I'm at? In my room? How do you know this is my room? This might not even be my room. This will be my cousin's room. In the same way, I know where I'm at, and I can pretend it's somewhere else too. So, to always romanticize yourself, I don't care. So you can romanticize the heck out of your life, okay? Listen. Okay, boom. Listen. You are the muse. You are your own muse, babe. You know your style to a T. You have your style to a T. You're your muse. You're your artist. You're your favorite character. Okay, pretend like, babe, they make edits of you. Romanticize your life. You can also romanticize your life by living in the third person perspective in a way. Like, you know that expression, do this like no one's watching? Well, guess what? You can do it in the perspective of someone's watching you, or maybe like an admirer. Like, what I do is sometimes when I'm out in public, instead of viewing what I'm doing through my point of view, first point of view, I can view it from the third person point of view of someone who is admiring me. I like to do that. Try it. And another example is, let's say you're walking through the hallways of your dirty, nasty, smelly school, right? Well, pretend that's the scene of you walking in a famous show, like you're in Euphoria or something, I don't know, whatever show you really like, famous show, and that same scene and moment of you walking in that dirty, nasty hallway is getting edited by some like really cool edit audio with effects. And like, you can listen to the music in your head. I don't know. And always speak to yourself kindly. Why the heck are you calling yourself ugly? That doesn't make sense. Don't do that. I've been whispering. Number three is to have energetic hygiene. Have hygiene for your energy, okay? So just like you shower physically with water to clean yourself, also cleanse that energy. Get rid of that negativity is every dirt speck on your energy, okay? You want to have magnetic energy, but your energy is dirty. Get rid of that dirt. That dirt is negativity, okay? Who's the negativity in your life? What is the negativity in your life? Say it's someone in your life who is just very judgmental, okay? They're very nasty and judgmental. However, you can't get this person out of your life for whatever reason, then like you, unfortunately, you do have to learn how to ignore and understand like hater instead of internalizing it and turning it against yourself. Like this be a coworker or like your boss and you need the job or whatever. In that scenario, you can't just say like, get out of my life, you know? However, when it comes to friends, don't ever be the type of person where they're really mean to me or whatever. However, I don't want to be alone. That's so like, get up. Number 4, I think this is number 4, but also you want to speak like you mean it, may I say. So when you talk, it's okay to ramble, however, don't ramble ever to the point where you're just talking to talk, okay? I'm sure you've experienced it too, whether you were on the listening side or the talking side, where you're talking so much to the point where in the middle of your talking, you're like, what am I even talking about right now? I'm literally just talking. Okay, so speak like you mean it, okay? What do I mean by speak like you mean it? Be more intentional with your words. Slow down. I want you to imagine someone talking to you. However, they're talking like ABCD. This also is kind of connected to my previous video. Go watch it up there. Okay. So speak slower, pause often, make eye contact, and also be more flirtatious. Be more flirtatious when you're talking to someone, no matter who it is. Even if like you're a girl and it's not a boy, like be flirtatious towards your friends. I don't care. Being flirtatious adds to every conversation, I promise. Having a beautiful magnetic aura isn't necessarily what you say, it's how you make that other person feel. I'm always gonna put emphasis on this. It's not what you say, it's how you make them feel. For example, to add proof and evidence to this, I'm gonna use experience from your own real life. Has someone ever maybe repeatedly made you feel a certain type of way, a not good way? And when you're confronting them about it, and they're like, oh, give me an example of when I did that or when I said that. And then suddenly it's like almost as if you've been brain erased. In all scenarios like that you have with them doing that in your mind just goes, see, it's because you remember how they made you feel, not what they said. You remember them making you feel bad. You remember them making you feel not good about yourself. It wasn't what they said that mattered, it's the impact it had on you. So you want to have in return a good impact on others, okay? For some reason in this day and age, people think that by being a wannabe Regina George that they're a baddie by doing that, by being a mean girl. No. If you think that, please turn around and change your mind, okay? Nothing is hot or cool about being a little mean girl, okay? It's not cute. You're not like, no, don't be a mean girl. Don't be a wannabe Regina George. That's not cute. Number 5, I believe, this is me addressing a misconception that you might have, which is, oh, to have a beautiful magnetic aura, I have to be mysterious. And to be mysterious, I have to be closed off, okay? That is not true at all. Being mysterious does not mean to be closed off to the world, okay? especially in your relationships that you already have. Okay, if you want to be you want to be magnetic, you want to have a beautiful aura. However, for whatever reason, you're not willing to build relationships and connections with people, make it make sense. That doesn't make sense. Please think about that. I'm gonna say it again. You want to be magnetic and have a beautiful aura. However, you are not willing to grow stronger connections with people, and you are totally 100% closed off. What sense does that make? That doesn't make sense. So, mysterious does not mean closed off. However, this also doesn't mean that when you first meet someone, you are laying out your whole life story and your traumas to them. That's not what it means, okay? You can have privacy without being totally closed off to everyone, okay? You always focus the intention of the conversation on them. You don't have to make yourself the topic of the conversation. Instead, I would very much promote you to make it on them, okay? Next tip, you want to have something to look forward at the end of the day or the beginning of the day. Just one thing you do every day for yourself, and only you're in it. So for example, this can be yoga, this can be drawing time, this can be painting time, crochet time. For me, this is tea time, okay? My tea time is sacred to me. Every night before I go to bed, I drink tea. That is my sacred time. It's a sacred thing for me. So what is your sacred time? That one thing you do every day that's a good habit, okay? I'm not saying smoke a cigarette or freaking hit the jewel. Don't do that. I don't care. Don't hit the vape, guys. Please don't hit the vape. You're gonna make me cry. Don't hit the vape. Don't hit the vape, please. Please don't hit the vape. I'm so serious. Don't hit the vape. No matter what they say, don't. See, that was, it was too powerful of a message. I know. But don't hit the vape no matter what. Edit that. Edit that. I promise. What is happening? I promise. What is happening?
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come.
I'm back. I don't know. Don't ask me what happened. I don't know. Next tip. Be kind. Please. You're not Regina George. That Regina George stuff is not cute in real life. It's only for the movies. It's only for theatrics. In real life, if I see someone being a wannabe Regina George, I'm gonna laugh at them, not the person they're bullying. Like, I promise it's not cute. If you're in middle school, you might think that's cute. It's not cute. No matter what age you are, I don't care. Don't be mean, girl. Don't be a mean girl. Be kind. However, also don't be performative about it. Be kind because you want to be kind, okay? And also another thing is, something I see is people are only kind to maybe someone they're attracted to or someone who they see it as on the same level of them. Don't do that either. That's very weird. Be kind to everyone, okay? I would say, and you might not agree, be kind to the ops too. Don't be too nice, but like, don't have grudges and all that, like, balled up negativity, negative energy inside you. Be kind to everyone. And it's so rare to see someone who's just kind-hearted. I want you to be kind-hearted. I want everyone to be kind-hearted, you included, okay? And don't be fake about it either. Don't be kind just because I told you to and you want to be liked. However, like, even though I just told you to, still be kind. Kind could be in the ways of doing something when someone didn't ask. For example, you've got compliments before. You know how it makes you feel. It makes you feel good when you get compliments. So go up to a stranger and compliment them. However, don't be fake. Be genuine, of course. However, if you see a girl and her dress is so pretty, don't be scared to say, hey, excuse me, your dress is so pretty. And that's all it takes. You can really light up someone's day. Like, you might think, oh, they're used to compliments. They look beautiful all the time. They must be used to it. However, you don't know. So don't be scared to be like, Bessie, you look beautiful. Don't be scared. I was at an event where I was the helper. I guess you can say I was like helping people. How do I explain this? I was basically at an event where I was helping people, and there was a girl, I can tell because she went up to like our section, and I can tell she wanted something. However, she was too shy to ask. So it can be as kind as just when you see that person, make eye contact with them and say, hey, did you want something? Or hey, like just say hey, and make sure that you guys recognize each other, because sometimes people are just scared. People are scared, okay? Dude, there's someone you see at school, you're not necessarily friends with them, you're not besties, but you guys know each other's name, like so you know each other, but you don't know each other, but you see them in the hallway. Just smile at them, say hi. Hi, especially if you use their name, like, oh, hi Kylie, hi Kaylee. It's simple as that. It can even knock them off guard. I love it every time. Because you guys aren't friends. However, because they probably seen you already, and then they like looked away, and then when you actually get closer to each other, you say hey, and they're like, oh, hey. And then next, I want you, okay, I'm gonna look at you when I say this. I want you to keep on evolving, okay? There is no prime. I always hear people on TikTok talking about how, guys, I feel like I'm in my prime again. There is no prime. You keep on getting better and better, better than the day before. The only competition you have is you the day before, okay? Only competition. Keep on getting better. So keep on growing. Let yourself grow. Let yourself shift and become this newer and better version of you. You're always getting better. When you think you haven't, remember you last year, a couple months ago, okay? I hope this resonated with you guys. I had fun creating. I hope you guys had fun watching, and I'll catch you guys in my next YouTube video. Bye bye.